The reason why y'all clicking on this video is because y'all see I lost 16K, right? But I always use money as a way to get you guys on this video. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. After that, I end up making $370,000 with my silent brand. I'll go ahead and put up a screenshot for y'all again. You know what I'm saying? I'll actually go ahead and open my Shopify so I can show you guys. Let me open my Shopify. And it's face ID. Y'all know how this shit goes. Face ID. Right. $372,921 gross sales. When I was 18, I lost 16K. Now, when I was 18, I'm 21 now, and I have made $370,000 with silent branding. When I was 18, I probably had about 16,000. I had my whole savings. I had 16,000 saved up from just life. You know what I'm saying? I was always been a good saver. Always been good with money, financially literate and stuff like that. So I understand spending all of my money wasn't going to get me anywhere in life. So I was always a saver. I was always an investor, someone trying to invest and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, that boy sliding me. That boy got a new Z06. But hey, when you in the community around rich people, you just hear shit like that. I know y'all heard that, but that boy got the new Z06. But like I was saying though, when I was 18, I was on the come up, bro. I was watching a lot of make money online videos. I was trying to figure out how to make money online. How can I do this to where I can have this pay for my family, have this pay for my lifestyle, and not have to work a job. But I seen so much people make money online, like Wi-Fi money, internet money was just something that kind of seemed unattainable to me at that point. When I was 18, I was heavily influenced by rappers, stuff that I see online. I wanted to make money, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to get rich. But I had about $16,000 saved up back then, and I wasn't really doing much with the money. I'm not gonna lie. I was just sitting on it, waiting for an opportunity to come by to where I could eventually use this money, you know what I'm saying? But it was about $6,000, right? I had about $6,000 saved up at the age of 18. I wasn't like, I guess that's an average 18-year-old savings, probably more than most 18-year-olds, but I had $6,000, and I had a BMW, a car called a BMW i3. You guys can Google it. I'm not really gonna put it on the screen. These videos are more organic. I don't do much editing in them like that, you know what I'm saying, adding pictures and stuff. But I had a BMW i3, a 2015 BMW i3 when I was 18, you feel me? So I had a marvelous idea of selling this car and downgrading to something so I could have overall more money in the bank and more money to invest and play with, because I'm seeing all these people make money, right? None of them are making money from going to jobs and 9 to 5 and stuff like that. I'm like, they're investing their money somewhere. They're building a business. I'm like, why do I have this BMW car? Doesn't really get no respect. It's kind of trash, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really like the electricity mode and stuff like that on it. So I sold it, right? I got $10,000 from CarMax. You feel me? I got $10,000 for CarMax. And then that was another $6,000 that I had saved up. So I had ran across this guy through a mutual person I know. He was a dealer, you know what I'm saying? He sold cars, flipped cars and stuff like that. And me being an 18-year-old, not really knowing much, I seen him, you know, with nice cars. I seen him with nice watches. I seen him with his own crib, stuff that I wanted, you know what I'm saying? So I followed, you know, his guidance. He wanted me to invest some money into his dealership. In turn, I was going to buy the cars with him. He was going to help me flip the cars and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But, yeah, it sounded good in the beginning. This was a trusted friend, a mutual friend. Chill as hell, chill dude. Let me sleep on his couch, everything. I never thought this would be the person to fuck me over and eventually. But, you know, he was a chill dude at first, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just call that nigga, let's call that nigga, what should we call that nigga for this episode? Let's call him Chubby, because he was a little chubby. Let's say, all right, Mr. Chubby, right? Mr. Chubby let me sleep on his couch, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Chubby let me eat his food, take me out to eat. I'm never paying for none of the meals, nothing. Mr. Chubby was doing me good, bro, you know what I'm saying? He was a cool mutual friend through somebody I know. Now, why I trusted Mr. Chubby this much? Because Mr. Chubby appeared to be a real nigga. He appeared to give me a lot of game. He opened my mind to a lot of things I never heard of before, different ways to make money, taxes, stuff like that. Stuff I never heard as an 18-year-old, you know what I'm saying? So I looked at Mr. Chubby like a mentor, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Chubby was a mentor to me, in those, I probably know him for about 2 months now. I'm a last 18-year-old kid. I just quit my job at Valvoline, you know what I'm saying? I got this car I really don't want. I just want to invest it. I want to turn this $16,000 into something so I don't have to go back to work, you know what I'm saying? So Mr. Chubby, he was pretty much giving me the whole game plan on how to do that, how I could do that successfully and stuff like that. But I didn't actually realize that he was somebody that could eventually take advantage of me, eventually take the money from me. So that during that time, I did not understand that. I did not understand that Mr. Chubby could do this to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really looked up to him, bro. Like, on some real shit, I really looked up to him. But long story short, it got down to investing into his business. He said, yo, you know, if you want to make some money, you could invest into my car dealership. We're going to buy some cars, flip the cars. I'm going to give you the profit, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to turn your 16... And it sounds so stupid thinking about it now, but, you know, people will tell you certain things to make everything sound so good. People will tell you things to make everything sound so good, and then they will pull the rug on you. But he told me he could turn my 60... Man, that little boy, he tripping. Hey, man. But, yeah, he told me he could turn my 16,000 into 100,000, bro. He was telling me I was going to be set by the end of the year 100,000. I would have 100,000 off of flipping these cars, and I could do pretty much whatever I want to do with that. Invest part of it into crypto. I had big plans with this money, you know what I'm saying? He made everything sound good. This was a good 2-3 day process for him explaining to me how exactly we're going to sell these cars, make this money, stuff like that. I didn't know that he was taking advantage of me. I thought he genuinely had a real running business, making a lot of money, and I thought he was going to be able to help me. I thought, you know, Mr. Chubby made himself appear as a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? Come to find out, Mr. Chubby is not no millionaire. He's a scam artist, you know what I'm saying? He's done this multiple times. I don't know to how many people, probably got 1 million lawsuits after him. I ain't suing because that's the past, bro. Y'all, I'm going to give y'all some free game in the middle of this story time. The past, you shouldn't be thinking about the past. Fuck the past. The only reason I'm bringing back the past is so I can tell you guys, to teach you guys a lesson, you know what I'm saying? But you should be ignorant about the past, realistic about the present, and delusional about the future. That is some game I heard on a podcast recently. I'm just regurgitating it, but y'all should take that. I know y'all probably ain't hear that podcast. That shit was at like 10,000 views, so I just had to give it to y'all. But be ignorant about the past. Don't think about the past. Let the past go, man. That shit can't do nothing for you, bro. Can't do nothing for you. Be realistic about the present. Know your resources. Know what you have around you. Know what you can use. Pivot. You know what I'm saying? Know what you can use to get rich at this current moment in time, and be delusional about the future. You always want to be delusional about the future. All right. For example, I want to make $100 million before I die. Now, some people say that's delusional, but me aiming for that high of a number, I have no choice but to at least hit half of that. No choice but to at least hit 75% of that. No choice but to at least hit 99% of that, or maybe even go past than I ever thought of, than I ever dreamed. There's no point in being negative about the future. It's not going to help you at all, because at the end of the day, we don't know what the future holds. We know what the present, we know what we can do with the present now. We don't know what the future holds, right? But stay grounded, stay yourself, and know what you want. Chase after it, and I promise you will get it. We have so much time on this earth, but it's also limited, right? You have so much time to make stuff happen, but it's also limited. So if you're not making stuff happen, if you're not working, if every day you're procrastinating on your goals, you need to really seriously think about your life. This is a life of abundance, a life of doing freedom, right? A life of freedom or a life of slavery. Now, with the procrastination, you're going to end in a life of slavery. With the hard work now, right? Not the hard work, but thinking smart and really taking actionable steps to your goals. Right? Keep it in the forefront of your mind, right? Jesus Christ and the goals should be in the forefront of your mind, because none of this is possible without Jesus. None of this is possible without God. Whoever you pray to, whoever you know, none of this is possible without the Creator in general. This world, nothing, you feel me? So everything has to be, of course, grateful to them. But let me get back to the story about Mr. Chubby. I'm giving y'all this free game, but let me get back to the story. All right, so it comes down to me sending Mr. Chubby the money. I'm gonna explain to y'all exactly how fucked this shit was. But so me and Mr. Chubby sat down in Mr. Chubby's office at his dealership. This dealership doesn't really look like a large dealership. It's actually a smaller dealership. So red flag should have already been going off. But You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I was a young, ignorant 18-year-old kid, right? So we get down. He's telling me, all right, we're gonna get these cars from the auction, which are 16,000. We're going to flip all of them, and at the end of this 16,000, you should at least have 30,000, right? So I'm like, all right, boom, 30,000 in my pocket, and if I want to walk away from this business, I could, or if it's really making that type of money, I'll probably reinvest it. So boom, I wired this nigga the money. Navy Federal, wire, member to member, wire. It was instant. 16,000 gone like that. Put his information in, send it to him. 16,000, right? Mr. Chubby, and I'm just looking back on this shit. This dude had the biggest smile on his face. He got the biggest smile on his face, and this should have been a red flag to me, bro. But it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He had the biggest smile on his face. I was happy to him, like, yes, let's get this money, let's flip this money. At the end of that, I was probably left with about $300, right? $300. I had $16,352 or something like that. And I probably only had $352 after that, bro. But I was looking forward to the future. I was looking forward to making all of this money that he promised me, right? So time goes on, the next day goes on. He supposedly buys the cars, sending me pictures of the cars. He had a Mercedes, and he had bought a Dodge Dart or something like that. Something to equal to 16,000, right? I actually needed a car at this time too, so he actually bought me a car. It was the Dodge Dart. He bought me a car, right? Because I was trying to downgrade from the BMW. Remember, he bought me a car, the Dodge Dart. I got that car. I drove it down, and funny enough, I met the rapper Lil Tyler like the day of or the day before that actually happened, right? So I got the car, I drove it around for 2 days. It started leaking transmission fluid. So I'm like, bro, this nigga just sold me a car that's leaking, or I bought a car that's leaking transmission fluid. He ain't sell me a car, I bought it with my money. It wasn't under my name, and I should have known something like that. The car was leaking transmission fluid, right? So I called Mr. Chubby, like, bro, what's going on? You made me buy a car that got leaking transmission fluid, whatever. He told me to bring the car back, right? I brought the car back. He took the car and said he was going to sell it, right? He said he was going to sell the car, give me the money back, blah, 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 blah. Right? I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Just sell this car, get out of my head, whatever. Get out of my hair. And after I dropped the car off, you know, I was a little, we had a little heated argument, you know what I'm saying? Because I was pissed off. He sold me a car that was leaking transmission fluid. So, you know what I'm saying? We end up getting into a little heated argument because he couldn't explain to me why he would do that. He told me everything with the car was going to be good. I was going to be in a good, reliable car. So I'm obviously upset, you know what I'm saying? My trust is broken at this point, you know, not money-wise, but in terms of, you know, how smart I think this nigga is. You know, that trust is broken. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? But, you know, he didn't like that, blah, 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 whatever. He told me, all right, take the car back. We're going to sell it, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, all right, we just had this argument. It's over. Mr. Chubby don't end up calling, texting me. He don't end up texting me. He don't end up calling me for a few days. So I'm like, yo, where's my money at? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. This mutual friend that I told you introduced me to Mr. Chubby. Recording the video, nigga, you on YouTube. You on YouTube.
Hey, YouTube, man. What how y'all boy doing, man? I hope y'all following the tips this nigga giving you. If you want to get rich, stop being a bum.
Mr. Chubby, he ended up not calling me for a couple days, right? So I'm like, bro, what's going on? Where's my money at? I called a nigga, right? He's telling me, oh, we're gonna get the car sold, blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, why you not keeping in touch with me, bro? Why you not keeping in touch with me? Why you not leading me through this process? And you know, during this, I really had to be a mature adult and realize that violence was not how I was gonna solve this issue, right? Now, the old me would have resorted to violence to solve this issue. I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to come from it as a business person, come from it as an adult. Talk to this nigga one-on-one, because I'm just thinking this is what you do in business. Like, stuff like this, you don't bring violence, you don't bring that, and you don't bring this into the business world, right? So I'm trying to keep my composure, right? I'm trying to keep my composure with bruh, asking where my money, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Eventually, some months go by, some time goes by. I said, all right, I'm going to give him some time to sell these cars and give me my money back. Boom. I'm checking in with bruh every week. Every week, oh, we're going to get the car sold, Eventually, boom, one of the cars is gone. Sold, right? Somebody's coming to buy the car. Somebody bought the car. It's sold. Boom. He tells me, all right, bro, it's sold. Come down here, pick up the bread, right? He sold one of the cars that we bought for $10,000 for, I believe he sold it for $18,000. So I'm coming to pick up $18,000, right? I come to pick up my bread. The nigga talking about, oh, his payment ain't go through, the bank ain't give us all the money for the financing and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, you had me drive an hour away to come get this money and it's not even in your hands? So at that point, I was completely broke my trust. I'm like, bro, I can't trust a word that's coming out of this nigga mouth, right? So what do? I tell my mutual friend what's going on, blah, blah, blah. My mutual friend, look, I'm thinking this nigga, this person, I'm thinking they can, keep a conversation one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? Just between me and them. I'm not thinking he's gonna go run his mouth to everybody. Yo, did you really do this to bro? Did you really? He did this, he did that. So this end up becoming a big whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's between all of our friends, family, stuff like that. This end up becoming a big whole thing about how bruh owed me this money. He didn't give me this money, and blah blah blah. Right? So, boom, it became an even bigger thing. Right? An even bigger dramatic event over this $16,000. Right? So. Eventually, after a certain amount of time, bro, I was fed up, right? I said, either I'm going to keep stressing myself out about this $16,000, right? And this is, I'm thinking this has been a whole probably 4 to 5 month process. This whole thing from start to finish of me meeting this nigga to up until this point now where I realized this. I can either let this $16,000 hold me down mentally, hold me down, not necessarily physically. I don't see how it can hold me down physically, but hold me down mentally, stop me from thinking of ideas, stop me from working on the projects and the things that I love to do. Am I going to let this $16,000 hold me back from that, or am I just going to let it go, open my mind, and understand that $16,000 is quite frankly not a lot of money. $16,000 is not life-changing. You will spend $16,000 in 8 months just on rent for a $2,000 apartment. You know what I'm saying? So $16,000 is honestly not that much money if we put it into the grand scheme of things, right? So after I realized that, I was able to let it go. I was able to learn a few things about, all right, who I can trust, how to really do business. Actually started paying attention before I just start putting my money anywhere. Tip, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This is some free game. If y'all don't know shit about something, do not put your money there, because I promise you it will go up missing. It will not end up working the way you think it worked. Only invest in things that you know about, because you will probably end up losing that money unless you're completely interested in it or you know about it. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna give up on it or it's not gonna be what you thought it was gonna be, right? So long story short, I let it go. Mr. Chubby, that nigga, he done that to probably 50 people, bro. Investors into his businesses and stuff like that. People giving him money, people chasing him around for their money. I end up doing some research, finding a nigga name all over, court documents of him getting sued, all type of shit. I'm like, bro, damn, this nigga got me, bro. But he probably end up getting sued, this shit. I don't know where he at now, bro. He might be broke, bankrupt. I don't know. But like I told y'all gotta be able to let go of the past, bro. Let go of the past. It will make you into a better person. After that, I end up making $370,000 with my silent brand. I'll go ahead and put up a screenshot for y'all again. You know what I'm saying? I'll actually go ahead and open my Shopify so I can show you guys. Let me open my Shopify. And it's face ID. Y'all know how this shit goes. Face ID. Right. $372,921 gross sales. Screenshot that for y'all. Y'all hear that? Screenshot, see that? This is real. This is real. Blah, blah, blah. But I just really use that to get y'all to the video so y'all can get the free game, so y'all can learn, so y'all can open y'all mind. Money is just a tool. Money is just a number on the screen most of the time. It's just something that's backed by the faith of the U.S. government. It's not backed by gold no more. Money is just a tool. It's an idea. It's a concept. Now, when you break it down, when you know it like that, you're able to get it from several places. You're able to see, all right, I can make money from creating something like that over there, creating something like that over there, creating a generator, bringing something new to the world, right? Inventing something, not reinventing the wheel, but making the wheel a different material is something that you guys can do to get rich, right? So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Basically, put it like this. we always had phones for a very long time, but slowly over time we're able to get text messages, a better way of sending mail, you know what I'm saying? Phone calls, a better way of sending mail. Different things like that. Find a better way of doing something, find something to make people's life easier. Uber. Not everybody can have a private driver, you know what I'm saying? Netflix. Now you don't gotta go to the movies. Just come up with something like that. Bring it to the world. I promise you guys could sell that for 10 figures, you know what I'm saying? 9 figures, 8 figures, something like that. Think of your ideas, bring it to the world, actually make action, take action towards it, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that's been enough for this video today. I appreciate all of y'all that show love, leave comments, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? I done got 75 subscribers in the last 30 days. I appreciate all y'all who have subscribed. If you guys got any questions for me, links in the description for my Instagram, links in the description if you guys want to work with me or anything like that. Just hit me up on Instagram. I'm replying to DMs now. Been Child, I'm gonna go ahead and catch y'all in the next video. We out.